Hello, my name is David. Now, this story is going to be about I guess you'd call it a vision. I don't know what you would call it. This is somewhere I had left my body in the spirit. And so this is going to be about that time. It's been several years ago. But I do wish to start off first with this. I am nobody. I'm nothing. I'm not a prophet. I ain't nothing. I'm just an average sinner. I've sinned all my life, and I can't pass judgment on anybody else because I am a sinner. And how can a sinner judge another? So I'm nothing. But sometimes the Lord will give me stuff. He'll give me visions. Sometimes he'll call my spirit up and he'll talk to me. Sometimes he'll give me dreams, and then I'm going to share them with others that try to be more than what they are to rise above. Now, all right, let's get back to the subject at hand. Now, we're entering into a real bad time. It's about harvest time. And now the wheat will be separated from the weeds, okay? I'm going to tell you about this experience that I had. I just call it an experience because it's hard to explain. I don't know how you would describe it. I ain't too educated. But I found myself in the spirit. My spirit had left my body, and I had found myself in the spirit. And this is when I was tempting God and trying to, whenever He was telling me that He wanted me to do these things, and then I was saying, I didn't want to because I was afraid. I was afraid what other people would think. They'd think I was crazy, put me in a nut house. And so I was asking Him. I said, "Well, what's your name?" Because He knew that I knew that He knew. And so He called me out of my body in my spirit one night. And as I come out of the spirit, and this is what I seen. I seen a being, looked like a human, standing there before me. And it looked like a big old field, like a soccer field or a football field. And it had fences down both sides, kind of like, railings, to keep people from coming out of the stands and stuff. And He was in the middle of that. And see if I can remember, because it's been a while back. Now, as I seen Him there, my spirit went into Him, went into this being, kind of like a possession. But when I entered into Him, I felt like I was home. And it's the hardest thing I can't explain it. I just felt like I was home, and I was with my dad, and I was at home, and I felt that comfort of being at home. I don't know if a lot of people can understand that nowadays, but back when I was a kid, you'd be away from home for a while, and you come home, and it was just a good, loving feeling. And as I entered into it, and great joy, it was a great reunion, a great joy was there, and a great laughter rolling over both of us. And then, and as He was there, and then He, let's see, we was standing on the ground. He was standing on the ground, and then He started rising up off the ground. His feet started rising up off the ground, and He said, "I am the I am. There was no one before me to name me." And as He was rising up, these people come running out onto the field. About 30 to 60 of them, and He was grabbing a hold of them. Everybody was reaching and grabbing Him and trying to pull Him down. And as He was rising, as he was coming up off the ground, you know, and they was all piling up there trying to grab him and pull him back to the ground. and he gave me that inkling in my mind that, now this is the bad part, you know, and I felt that. I felt all these people trying to pull him down, and then I felt that laughter and that joy started leaving him. I was inside of him, you see, and I felt that just start turning into a rage and madness, and I go, oh no. So I leaped out of his body about 10 foot away from him because I was afraid. I was afraid for me, and I was afraid for these people that was trying to pull him down. This is how bad it was. I was real afraid. So, and then he just kind of went like that, and all these people that was pulling him down went flying through the air, way out there, and I could barely see them out there. And they lined all up in rows and rows like soldiers lining up for battle, and they was wearing them white UN soldier hats, lining up way off in the distance down there. And then he took his hand and he went like this, and all those who was on the fence, all those was, you know, undecided. They couldn't decide whether they wanted one or the other. He took his hand and went like this, and they all went flying through the air, and they all went down there lining up. And I mean, these little rows and rows of soldiers lining up with these white hats like the UN's wear. And then he went like this on this side, and he did this. And all these that was on the fence over here, all these that, you know, it was kind of like bystanders, they all went flying through the air and lining up down through there like soldiers getting ready for battle. And they all had the white helmets like the UN soldiers. And so, and this message is now, when I gave this message years ago, there was time. He said, now, it's going to be shortly, there's going to be nobody on the fence rows anymore. It's going to be either you're with me or you're against me, kind of a deal, and it's coming. Well, now it is here, okay? We're looking down the barrel of the gun right here. Either you're going to be with God or you're not. If you're just over here off to one side saying, well, I'm going to see what's going to happen, and it may happen later on, and these things ain't going to happen in my lifetime, it's here. Okay, it is here. There's no more on the fence side, nobody over here on the sidelines. Either you're going to be with God or you're going to be with the other one. Okay? You'll be devoured by the darkness. And I'm telling you right now, you need to hurry up and make up your mind, because there's no more sideline. You know, these lukewarm Christians, you know, they say, oh, I'm a Christian, but they don't want to follow God's will. These here will be cast into the darkness, and the dark one will gather these up because they won't know how to protect themselves from the darkness. They refuse it. They said, oh, I want my house, I want my car, I want my money, I want all this fun that we've been having all these years, all this good stuff, and I want to keep doing it. Well, these days are ended. Right now, with this disease and with the way that our leaders are doing, either you're going, and it's going to be a very few that's going to walk over here on God's side, because it's going to be a rough ride. But I'm going to tell you, it'll be glorious in the end. But I'm going to tell you where this other ride's going. This other ride is going to darkness, chaos. It's going to go, the things that the Lord has shown me through the years, it's going to be bad. You don't understand. Right now it's beautiful and groovy and all that, but when everybody has chosen sides, there's no in between. There's no I'm going to wait and see. It is now. The wheat is going to be separated from the tare, and that's it. You are going to either have to go with the Lord or enjoy the darkness, the chaos, the bloody mess. And I can't judge you. I can't judge you whether you go one way or the other because, like I said, I'm just a sinner. But I constantly pray to the Lord to forgive me for my sins every day, 3 or 4 times a day. I try to stay with the Lord, even though I'm not worthy. Everybody is worthy of the Father. Come to Him, pray to Him, ask for forgiveness. There's little things that we don't even know that are sins that we do. You got to ask to be shown these things, that you can get this stuff out of you and get it clean. Get your temple clean. That's all I got to say about this one, because I can talk for months. And may God be with you forever and ever. Amen.